is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football, non-league to legend. We are still with the River Plate in South America, in Argentina, because there is four different River Plates, maybe. This episode is going to be coming out on my birthday, so happy birthday, me! Yay! Yeah, can't believe it's my birthday. Wow, you're getting old, very old, dude. Anyway, we are going to jump on to the important part of this episode. We're going to look at results, and then we're going to play 2 Copa Libertadores games. The Copa Libertadores is back, and this year we're going to win it. Although with the form we're in recently, I don't know. After the last episode, where we brought in a bunch of new players and then beat Boca 6-1, we went and played the Supercopa Argentina final against Independiente. That's a hard thing to say quickly. 5-2. It was a fairly close game at halftime, and then Avila just decided, nah, scored a hat-trick in 8 minutes. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then against Argentinos Juniors, 6-0 again. Another hat-trick from Avila. This time it took him 25 minutes from the first time he scored to the last. He came off at half-time. Eugene Catana came on and finally scored his first league goal. Then against Estudiantes, struggled to a draw. Against Rosario Central, outplayed. We were horrendous. 3-1. We never looked like getting back into the game. The fact that Alan scored was exceptional. It was random. It was terrible. Then we bounced back and beat Newell's Old Boys 6-1. Avila with another hat-trick. This was the month of hat-tricks for him. Belloni did score against us, but it was pretty much a consolation. It was 3-0. He scored, and then we went out and scored 3 more goals. Then against Colón, we lost 2-1. Had our left back sent off, who I think it was like a second game. Ibanez scored, and I thought, okay, maybe we're actually going to get something out of this game. No. Then we bounced back again and beat Union de Santa Fe 4-0. Again, it was one of those ones where at halftime, normally, if we're 2-0 up, I'd be like, you need to be doing better. When you're 3-0 up, it's harder to say, get on with it. Because then you have to say, like, guard against complacency. And then they come out in the second half and they do pretty much nothing. But for this part of the video, at least, we're going to be playing Cerro Porteño from Paraguay. We're playing it at home. So in theory, should be an easy game. Although last season we said that about Municipal and we lost. There's something I did notice when I was editing after I'd edited it and I was watching back to make sure that the edit was alright. This keeper had transfer target underneath his name. I must have been going through the scout report thing that pops up every month, just clicking either keep scouting or acknowledge. I must have hit the set as transfer target, and that's why he signed. So my mistake, unfortunately. I kind of forced the director of football to go out and sign a player. Not much I can really do about it. No, I can't cancel the transfer, can I? No. Well, butt cheeks. Anyway, we can't do anything about it. It's fine. It's unfortunate. It's a mistake. We'll build a bridge and get over it. But Mario Milito did have an offer accepted by the director of football from China, but he rejected their contract. So he is hanging around for a little while longer. We are gonna go and look at the teams we've played them before. Okay, this was obviously before my time because I've never played them to my knowledge. We're in inconsistent form, but this is the team we're going putting out there. We have Ledesma in goal with Lopez and Cristina Aguilera on the wings because new boy Carvalho has picked up a bit of a knock and can't play. We have Helton, who's been very inconsistent recently. It's kind of making me think maybe I don't, and I will. And Soto alongside him with Luna and Palacios in the centre of midfield with Alanes, Versace, and Alan in behind Avila. Yeah, we'll say Avila. Rodriguez not really getting a look in, to be fair to him. Diaz Bender still not fully match sharp, but I kind of want to put him on the bench. Yeah, we'll put him on the bench. Rosales is finally learning how to be a centre back, which is very nice indeed. I may live to regret that decision, and maybe I'll end up going back on it and teaching him to be a midfielder again. But I think teaching him to be a centre back for now, if nothing else, is going to broaden his abilities. Give the pundits something to talk about. Avila did win Player of the Month, obviously, because, he scored like 3 hat-tricks. I know one of them was in a cup, but he won the league Player of the Month. Makes complete sense. You score that many hat-tricks, it's very difficult for anyone else to take over the position of the best player for the month. He scored like 9 or 10 goals or something like that in like 6 or 7 games. So he has been in very good form. But to be fair, I have been slightly aggravated because he's been a little inconsistent. But then again, I keep forgetting he's only 17. And speaking to the devil, keeper gets a hand on it this time. But that's just this time. We do have Perez Ibanez on the bench as well. So if need be, Perez Ibanez can come on for him. Or Versace. Ideally, that won't be necessary because Avila has 22 goals for the season. I'm kind of hoping that he can just, continue to bosh them in. But like I said, if needs be, we always have another striker on the bench who has played a lot and scored a lot in the last 2 seasons. But Cristina Aguilera puts one in, it gets cleared. But Versace and himself playing head tennis. He's going over to VAR. I was wondering because it looked like Avila was either standing in front of the keeper or he bumped the keeper out of the way. I don't see any reason why I was going to count it. Or maybe it's for offside, so. But it looks like everyone's lining up for kickoff. So it must be given. Oh my god. They do need to fix the VAR system. It's like in that situation, they should just be showing different angles of what happened rather than making us sit there and watch the referee looking at a little TV. Palacios not having a great game. Like Lianga hasn't been in the best of form when he has played for us. Not been the worst. But he's an attacking midfielder that I'm trying to push back into centre midfield. It's taken him a little bit of time to get used to it. But yeah, I'm obviously not happy. I am so far from happy. Yeah, I'm not happy with your performance so far. I'm going to leave everyone on. Everyone's going to get an opportunity to prove that they should be playing in this game. And Alan! We have a couple of players that have been a little out of sorts recently. Like Ormazabal really struggled I started him in 2 games and he played really, really poorly. So I'm really hoping that he can come back from that. Helton's played really well. He's not been really bad, but he made a lot of mistakes in a couple of those games where we lost. So it did aggravate me, but at the same time, he is one of, if not our best centre back. So Christina Aguilera runs in. Versace puts it over. I don't want to go into. Oh my God, the Venezuelan. He's following me. God, I would have loved to sign him back. Like, was it around here? Or was that Arsenal? I really want. Panardia doesn't get enough credit for how good he is in this game. I think, anyway. I think he's a fantastic striker, and he just doesn't get the recognition he truly deserves, I think. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a child screaming outside. But I have my window, I have a window open because it's a little warm. We've been having nice weather of late in Ireland. Alan! Did really well until the finish. Yeah, the finish was terrible. I think I'm going to take Versace off. Because Avila only needs one good moment and he absolutely smashes the game then. Everything turns around. When he starts playing well, we're fine. It's just getting him to the point where he starts playing well, or he does something that's going to be worthwhile. In Universidad de Chile are winning 2-0. I don't want a draw. Palacios dinks it in. Soto. Sebastian Soto. I think my 2 centre backs are 6'4". So I was thinking about going back to the tactic I had with Forest Green Rovers when we signed big Ari Suter, and just having the tall player at the back post and just have the ball pinged over to him. But we don't have anyone that's 6'4" tall. We have players that are 6. We don't have someone 6'8" tall. We have 6'4". But I'd prefer doing that have someone who's like 6'6" plus. Perez Ibanez with his 20th of the season. Beautiful little pass by Luna. It's beautiful. Alan! Pass it to Luna. Luna across to Perez Ibanez. Takes a touch and just dinks it straight down the middle. Fantabitosi. Expialidocious. Christina Aguilera shot. I was going to bring on rotisserie chicken for him. Just give him an opportunity to run around a little bit. I'm going to try Lianga up front. I know it's not for very long, but I want to see what Lianga is like as a striker, because I haven't played him there yet, nor do I think he's a long-term option as a striker. But he is definitely an option I'd like to have open, because we are down to bare bones at this current moment, striker wise anyway. So I think in the... Was this the last game? No. It was the game against Colón. After we had the player sent off, we went to a strikerless formation, and then we scored. So that was nice that we... But I think it was because I had a shadow striker and 2 inside forwards that made the big difference. Yeah, you let yourself down, deserve to come off. Versace, you let yourself down, you deserve to come off. Soto, you are fantastic. It was Mr. Bombastic. Really fantastic. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to skip the Huracan game, and I'll bring you back for Nacional. Because there's no point in showing you the league. To be fair, actually, the league is quite close. We have 2 games in hand over Baca, but we're only 2 points ahead. Those defeats really screwed us over. We do have 92 goals. Like, we have a huge goal difference gap. But we can't afford to be dropping points anymore. But we did go through a very busy February. So, like... Yeah, we will be back in just a second for the second part of this episode against Nacional, who are bottom of the group because they lost 2-0 as well. Yeah. So it could be us and Universidad de Chile, top of the group at the end, joint top of the group at the end of this episode. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, fellas, we're back now for the Nacional game. In the game against Huracan, we won 3-0, as you can see. Pretty much dominated the game. I started Ali Lianga for his second start. When was the other time I started him? Oh no, he played really well. Scored 2 goals from outside the box. Beautiful goals, might I add. And Ormazbal scored a very interesting goal where I think it was Versace punted it over and he took a shot, keeper saved it pushed it onto the post. It like rolled back to him and he just hit it as hard as he could. It was a very, very nice goal, but it was very strange. But this is this the team we're going to start with? No, because we're short a substitute. Medina is going to go on the bench for us. Don't have a left back. Interesting. We do have Carvalho. I'm going to give Aguilera a rest because she's on 86. You know, give the poor creator a rest. Morales is still training to be a centre back. Very nice indeed. Lianga is still training to be a box to box. Beautiful. BEA. Beautiful. Is there anybody I'm actually going to play Ibanez instead of Versace because he's a little tired. And other than that, I think Agua might as well play Diaz Bender. Ruiz Diaz is capable of playing 30 minutes. I'm obviously not going to risk him because he's been out for so long, but it's nice to know he's coming back. And now we have 43 goals between our left winger and our striker. This is bringing me back to our days when we were in charge of Arsenal and we had Sinan, Sayan and Sebastian Pereira. Oh, those were the days. Yeah, expect to win tonight. You don't care. Ooh, yee. I am thinking of doing I'm going to do a combined best 11 of every team we've managed. Like not necessarily the best players, because then it would just be all Liverpool and Arsenal players as it stands, with like maybe the odd River Plate player thrown in. But you would be looking more at kind of those 3 teams. But it's going to be an 11 plus. I probably will do substitutes of my favourite players that I've had. But do you want me? Would you be interested in seeing that in like a separate video, or yeah, maybe like best transfer and stuff as well? Like we'll do like a best of But I was going to do one after we finished in Europe. But unfortunately, I kind of forgot. So if you would like, I can still do it now. Luna. Oh, La Thura Luna. Beautiful goal. Like I could do a European one still. 'Cause I have a fair idea of the majority of, or not the majority, but I know a couple of players. Oh, that took a wicked deflection away from the keeper. There's definitely a good few players that I have in mind that I think would be very good for very good shouts. Because I've played pretty much the same formation since we started, so it wouldn't be all that difficult to kind of pick out players and be like, oh, like it's not going to be a case of like what formation are we going to play, because this formation pretty much been, oh, Mazabal, what a run, have to score, please, oh, for the love of Jesus. But yeah, if you'd be interested in seeing a video where I go and do like the best of Europe and then maybe like a best of the rest of the world, I'm putting the I think it'd be interesting. But there's a few players I have in mind already. Avila. Oh, what a goal! The second it got deflected towards him, I knew it was going to be a goal. This man, not even a man, he's a boy. He can't even vote. He's only 17. Not even 18 yet. Is he? He's not even 18 yet. Doesn't turn 18 till July. He has been so good this year. I am so glad that I pinned all my hopes and dreams on a 17-year-old striker. And decided originally that I was going to have two 17-year-olds duke it out to play in the number 10. Who, to be fair, they did play every single game. One of them played in every one of the games. And then when Alan came along, to be fair, Alan came at the right time, because we did lose both of them to injury at the same time, which is obviously not ideal. But the fact that we have Avila, and like that's why I keep saying like he may go missing for huge periods of games. It's a moment like that he does just mwah. And Universidad de Chile are ahead in their game. We're 2 up, they're 1 up. Everything seems relatively fine for now. Avila, keeper keeps a hold of it this time. 15 shots, 5 on target to their 2. Dos. See, so I'm speaking Spanish. Espanol. Oh, Lopez just gets there. 3 lads just running over. Like, oh, give me the ball back. Helton to Ormazabal. Whips it across. Perez Ibanez. Oh, Avila. Yes. He went. Also, he's done as Lollujo would say. He's done a Mick Powell, where he's not necessarily gotten significantly better out of nowhere like Mick Powell did in the home series, but he did go from being completely incapable, according to my coach or my assistant or my coaches, whoever's doing the decides who's best at playing him off positions. He's gone from being completely incapable of playing as a complete forward to being almost natural in the position. So it's very nice. Very nice indeed. Alan's in off the bench, whips it in. Perez Ibanez, the poor keeper. Oh, how did he miss? He dove out but never quite reached the ball. Was it just poor timing on his part, or I thought Alan was going to lose it, but Yeah, the keeper just never quite got the flight of that ball right. That's quite unfortunate for the keeper. We're going to do a little bit of praise. We're going to make a quick little substitution. I'm going to bring on Rosales because he is learning. He's not very good at the position, but he's learning the position. And I'm going to bring on Medina because Medina hasn't played for us yet, and I want to give Medina some game time. But Ledesma, I meant to mention, this should count. I'd be very disappointed if it doesn't. This would be his 17th clean sheet of the season, which is a record for River Plate in this universe. Medina, he can run through nets. It's a good thing he's not a fish because they'd have a fierce hard time catching him. The right side of their defense, the right side of their defense, and their goalkeeper having quite the torrid time. Lopez, that was not a penalty. Yeah. It was a beautiful tackle from a player on a yellow card. Rosales heads it clear, or Mazabal starts the run. He's quite pacey. It's absolutely hammered by two of their players. I really hope. It wouldn't surprise me if Avila did go and score himself a hat-trick again. It's probably not going to happen. It's going to be a full-time whistle here now. Yeah. 4-0. 25 shots, 10 on target to their 6 shots, 1 on target. Well done, lads. Fantastic. I have to tell you, I was delighted. I'm delighted. You're delighted. You're breathtaking. God, I love Keanu Reeves. We're going to be top on goal difference. Yeah, 6 goal difference to Universidad de Chile's 3. Speaking of Universidad de Chile, that'll be the next game. We're going to double header against Universidad de Chile, which last season, you may remember, well, no, it was earlier this season, beat them 3-0. So hopefully Alejandro Gonzalez will be back for that because he has missed quite a significant portion of this season with injury, wherever he may be. He spent the last 4 weeks. He's been out for 4 weeks with a twisted ankle, but he's finally back now, so he might actually be able to start playing games again. One thing I didn't check was if the trophy I won makes no difference. Okay, never mind. So yeah, we might as well just finish on this screen because we all know where our next game is going to be. It's against Universidad de Chile, home and away. The first leg being at home. This Boca Juniors game is going to be quite important because they lost against Defensa in their last game. We're 5 points ahead, 2 games in hand. If we lose both and they win both, they go top. Don't want that. I want to beat Boca. It's very important we beat Boca. We want to retain our title. I thought we were going to have done it already. Hopefully we don't make a boo-boo, because it would be very frustrating if we don't win the Copa Libertadores and the league this season. But that being said, thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave a comment down below if there's anything that you think that I should have done differently in this episode. I don't really know what I could have done differently. Maybe scored more goals. If there's a player you think I should be playing, or if you think there's a player playing in a different role to what I'm playing them in, pretty sure this is the best way to play the team. But then again, that is my opinion. I'm just a tactical genius, as you'll know by yesterday's video's title. Was that yesterday's? No, that's a Hungry for Success title. Yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like the video, make sure to hit the dislike button. If you haven't already subscribed and you don't like the videos, subscribe and then unsubscribe to make sure that I know exactly that you don't like it. But other than that, thank you very much, guys. And I will see you for the next set of games in the Copa Libertadores. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!